Welcome to the 8th oldest stadium in the country, Vaught Hemingway in Oxford, Mississippi, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, where the fans never lose a tailgate and don't plan on losing the game today. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the South Alabama Jaguars, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Jaguars will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the offense on first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles do a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
To the air on first down. Finds his big tight end. At the 45 on his way. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
The incompletion brings up a second down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Here's the handoff. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5 plus. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
They'll ride the hot hand. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Get set.
On the option. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Fast start for the offense. Points on the board already.
And the coaches talked to us this week of how important it was to getting out to a fast start. And that was the key to winning the game. The offense definitely took that message to heart.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put together an 81-yard drive. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. They're just about ready to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll leave it with him. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Throws to the back. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
The Jaguars decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Ready to send the offense onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback checking off. The toss sweep to the right. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy on the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Fuller. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Jaguar offense going to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's got it on the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the Jaguars will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. This offense starts deep in a hole. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Give to the back. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. Ole Miss 7, South Alabama 2.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Getting some heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chains.
You know, as a quarterback, when you make good decisions like that, your coordinator and play caller are going to keep dialing up these RPO-type plays, right? Nobody open, you're not forcing the football into traffic, you're not...
And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose! Oh, the offensive first. Absolute disaster by falling on that fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Fires to the right. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Pressure coming. Using the quick game. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Got his man quickly. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Might as well stick with it. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Bringing it back. He's on the 40. The 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Rebels. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, man. Look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. He wants to throw. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get max.
And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds.
Man, you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Man, these read options are so hard to diagnose, just like right there. He picks up a little chunk of yards, not a big chunk, and it's so easy when you run the read options.
Why is that? Why is it easy?
Because if you want to play fast to the football, well, then fine. I'm going to pull the ball right now and use your aggressiveness against you. But if you want to sit back, then fine. I'm going to give the ball right now and get a little chunk of yards.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The Jaguars have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Slams it ahead. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And we saw it last week with this offense, right? They know who they are down here. They're going to be physical. They gave him the football, and what did he do? He rewarded you with 2 touchdown runs. I look for this offense to continue the physicality and hand that man the ball again.
3rd and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now got 4th down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal. You try to pay this drive off and this opportunity to put something on the board here.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
The kicker looks a little disappointed. He'll not come into the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 4. He wants it all. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Jaguars.
South Alabama.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. SMU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Doak Walker among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by 11 to Georgia State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there.
Brings up second down.
That last incompletion leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 23. From the gun, running back on the move. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Feeling some heat. Unloads to the right. And that pass picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires left. And his throw is incomplete. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Gets it out quickly. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Guys, after that miss, we are still sitting on a 5-point game. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They'll immediately call timeout. Second and short now after that completion. He's looking to throw. Picked off. Trying to take it back. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. And back to the air on second down. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Coming out with it, it's strong. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Big, big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you can tell just a little bit off. The defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Quick release by the QB. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Then you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
Wants to fire on second down. He makes the connection. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. Here just trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. Pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Jaguars headed quickly to the line. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
I'll tell you what, when you get inside the 3, I think your tendency is to run the football, run the football, run the football. The offense, try to change it up a little bit, maybe try to throw it. I don't like it, and obviously it didn't work, but at least you got a few more downs here to try to make up for it.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. Running it to the right.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
It's 4th down, and this offense is going to stay on the field and keep the kicker on the sidelines. The snap sets up to throw. Fires to the end zone. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he's going to go down at the 1. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Rebels will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looking for a block. It's strong. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
They're bringing heat. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be 2nd down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
Power football with the run. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They're going to ride this running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Ole Miss 14, South Alabama 9.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Oh, the QB so lucky that that one wasn't picked off. These are small windows to throw into down here in the red zone. Defense tipped it up in the air. A lot of defenders lurking around. Lucky that ball hit the ground.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Oh, look out! The 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. West Virginia sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the 4th quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played at Morgantown. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Coming after it. Blasted as he lets it go. Complete to the right. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel, gets nailed, but is able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down.
42 Spider.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Going to try to get it himself. On the move at the 30. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Trying to find his man on first down. Looking to scramble. Took a shot as he threw. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Okay, ready?
And the incompletion brings up a second down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. Trying to escape and get it himself. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Rebels! They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. How about this? A two-point conversion coming. Trying to barge in. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The two-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Well, that last play is a beautiful start to this drive. You've got some work to do here. You've got some mountain you've still got to climb if you're going to win this game. A couple of minutes left. You've got the horses to get you there, but it's all about getting the drive started with a positive play, and they found that on that last one.
And the Jaguars want to pick up the tempo.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Jaguars will line it up on 1st and 10.
And on the heels of that last big play now, you'd love to keep the momentum going and score quick. How about staying aggressive? Try to throw this thing into the end zone. You need to get the ball back, and you need to save as much time as you can.
Offense getting set for first down. Looking to throw. Got his man on the right. Makes the catch and knocked down. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
2nd down coming up. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. On 2nd down, he'll fire. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
And now such a tough situation late in this game. You're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Going up top on 1st down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And I think if you're the head coach here, you've kind of got mixed reviews on your passing attack so far because, yes, you've thrown for a bunch of yards and you've thrown a couple touchdowns, but you've also given up 4 sacks now. Pass protection has not been great, even though they've got the lead in this game.
The 1st down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. The completion well past the sticks. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And the pummeling has started. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
34, South Alabama, 12.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something here.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find...
He'll take a deep shot here. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. Throws to the tight end. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
It's complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. He was really beating himself up over that interception and that loss last week. I know he's thrown a pick in this one, but he's looked much more certain.
And what you ask quarterbacks to do nowadays and how much you put on their plate, one mistake is okay. Those usually aren't the ones that are going to kill you. So one mistake, back-to-back weeks, that's fine. You just can't make multiple, but the teams win.
Touchdown, Rebels! And the punishment has been extended. These guys are really hitting their stride in Week 4 as they push out that lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Florida managed to avoid being gator bait by scratching and clawing their way to a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent. Forget this day ever happened.
On second down, just keeps firing. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field.
Oh, it's loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about it as a defensive player. But, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
Here's a throw downfield late. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone, won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0.
And how about the bomb, the long